Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of Return of the Giants may contain adult language or adult themes. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hello there. Welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see your gorgeous faces. We are here. We are back. We are playing Return of the Giants, the premier homebrew Dungeons and Dragons campaign that we are excited to be streaming live to your eyeballs, to your ears, or recorded to your eyeballs or your ears. We're here. We're ready to dive back in. Super quick announcements before we begin. The last episode of Subnautica 2, if you're watching this on YouTube, is already out. If you're watching this on Twitch, it will be out in about 3 days. I pretty much finished through everything there is to play in this new build of the Early Access. It was exceptional fun. I'm really looking forward to actually diving in with a few friends for some multiplayer madness. I'm just finding a time where I can do that. My free times don't always correspond with everyone else's free times, which is rather a shame. But I'll figure that out and we'll get something sorted. The updates, when they come out, I will obviously be doing the temptation to say a deep dive is overwhelming, but I will avoid it. I will do a showcase of every new update that comes out for Subnautica 2 so that we can have a bit of a look and examine it together. There'll be lots of stuff to sink our teeth into with each new update. The big next story update looks like it's going to include a major vehicle, which could be some sort of prawn suit, could be the Titan submarine. We don't know at this stage, and I'm really excited to find out. So we'll have some more information shortly as Unknown Worlds release their updates. In the meantime, let me know if there's any games you'd suggest for me to have a bit of a look at. I'm really keen to do some more multiplayer stuff. I had a chat with Chris, the developer of Esoteric Ebb, just like via email. We had a little catch up via email. Lovely guy. Super cool, and he's obviously really tuck it out after making a game pretty much by himself, but he does have plans to make a second Esoteric Ebb. So I have offered any services I can to help him make that, given how fucking amazing Esoteric Ebb was. So hopefully I can help in some way, because it's such a good game. That's all the fun news to share. Shall we do our recap and dive on into the session? Done! Let's do this.
If you feel like it.
If I feel like it. All right, everyone, load up Steam. It's time to play Rocket League. Dave's been waiting so patiently. We've got a full team here. If you don't have Games Pass, make sure you get it now. The Tempest Adventuring Guild.
Do I use a remote or a thing? What do I use?
Now you have to use the Wii nunchucks if you want to play this properly. Where it's a new enforced rule. You have to use the Wii nunchucks. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now legendary across the lands of Nostea, is taking on the threat posed by the return of the Giants. Having braved the unnatural cold afflicting the islands of Northgard, the team have arrived on the Frost Giant stronghold island of Lisheim, seeking to close the gateway to the frozen hells of Cania. Working with the Frost Giant Svindale, the plan was originally to infiltrate Lisheim undetected and then meet up with Freyin, Volker of the Frost Giants and a possible ally, planning to meet her at the Moonpool in the shadow of the Frostmount. Ambushed by Yetis on arrival at an abandoned boathouse, the team are now acutely aware of the danger lurking in wait for them on this island. After constructing a snow skimmer to travel swiftly over the frozen ground, the team have made their way through the frozen forest and arrived at the Moonpool. However, a single female frost giant awaited them with no Svindale in sight. Sensing something wasn't quite right, Harry stuck to the shadows, hiding behind some half-ruined statues while the rest of the team cautiously approached the frost giant. After some back and forth, it became clearer and clearer that this wasn't the giant they were planning to meet, the illusion dropping to reveal a boar hag, the statues around her actually ice trolls. Fighting for their lives, the team engaged the hag and her monstrous comrades. Able to successfully overcome her and her terrible trolls, we left off as the team were picking through the leavings of the hag and her minions. Harry picking up a rather nice-looking rapier, and Grim pocketing was it Grim who picked up the potion? The little vial of liquid? I think it was Grim who picked it up. Anyway, a nice looking vial of liquid contained in an angelic glass vial. And that is where we left off last session, as you all had... we're kind of in the process of recovering from the fight with the Burhag and her minions. The warmth of the pool radiating outwards as the layer of ice that was coating its surface slowly begins to melt, the heat underneath now breaking through the ice. And that is where we left off last session. We dive straight back in with all of you. Yep.
Question.
Yes.
Does the does the hot spring still look like the hot spring we saw when we were approaching it originally, or is it like has the illusion magic's worn off and it's like more horrifying than we remember it being?
When the hag dropped her illusion for herself, it was revealed that the hot spring was actually frozen over. There was no water there. But with her death, you can see that water is now melting. Whatever effect she was having on the landscape around her is now being undone. The warm water from underneath slowly beginning to bubble through once again. And you can see bubbles collecting under the ice, the occasional crack as the ice splits and thins, the sounds of movement coming every so often from the surface of the water.
Do just like a quick safety check, like just again making sure that this isn't one of those toxic sort of gas hot springs. It's not about to blow into a giant geyser, and
that'd be a bit of a dick move if I had you all suddenly choked to death on carbon monoxide. It's like, great, everybody, that was a TPK. Sorry, everyone, that's it. All over. Thanks for playing. Go on. Do you want to make a nature check for me or a survival check, Lyra?
While she rolls that, is my just my character sheet, is that current, like with the health?
Yes, yeah. If the damage you've taken is the damage you've taken.
Cool.
We had Cassius step in to, I think, pull Harry out of harm's way once or twice, and then actual Bart didn't get into too much trouble. And Niles, actually, Niles more than anyone else. Niles.
Just honestly, if I'm not there, throw him into the thick of it.
Yeah,
I figured.
And if he takes any hits, just shields. If it's 26 plus, then just don't worry about the shield.
Yeah. There were a couple of nasty hits that got through. It was mainly one hit that got through, which was the Cone of Cold that the Boer Hag cast, which took a lot of players' health away.
It fucked us. To put it lightly.
If I have used shield, I've always got absorb elements.
That's true too. That's very true.
Oh, yeah.
I think you already had taken half damage on that. You were one of the least affected by that particular damage. It was a nasty one.
Beautiful then. That sucks for everyone else.
It does. Yeah, mostly Niles.
Yeah.
Who spent most of the fight paralyzed by 3 different paralysis conditions. Just one after another. Yeah, I felt bad about that.
It was not fun. I'm having a rough time with paralysis conditions at the moment.
Hey, look, you've been beating up on so many things. Sometimes you need to be beaten up to be humbled.
That's true. You got to keep it humble.
That's right. I cast haste on you, and then I immediately got downed.
Yeah, that was one of them was very much self-inflicted. Just like Jake in the hit 2015 film Jiu-Jitsu, Niles has taken a few. Niles has taken a few hits.
Wait, what is that?
Don't worry.
You don't want to know.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. I do want to know. What is it?
There's a really, really bad movie that Nicolas Cage is in called Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, yes. I absolutely love,
this one's...
Like, me and my friends, we sometimes have bad movie nights where the minimum is like at least 5.5 and under.
Maybe
it can't be above it. It can't be above it. We honestly look for bad movies that are fun.
This one, I think, is a rating of 3 on IMDb.
Awesome. Yeah. Go for it.
It's pretty bad.
Like 2s and 1s, man. 0s.
The only memorable line from the film is, just remember the strength of jiu-jitsu. Find the leverage.
Oh my god.
That is said unironically by Nicolas Cage.
Cage itself is already like a sell.
He was only there for 3 days of filming of this film, by the way.
I'm not surprised.
That means it's going to be such rushed acting.
No.
Great.
Just watch it. It's an experience. Let me put it that way.
I don't know how that director keeps getting absolute banger casts though.
It's 100%. It's 100%. This is a money laundering scheme. There is no way. They spent like $500 million on it, and it made like $2.50. Like it was just a complete financial disaster.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and just a disaster.
He's got nothing on Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal. He's the.
Tommy Wiseau.
Nicolas Cage can actually act, right? So that's already.
Can he?
Nicolas Cage isn't too bad. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is Nicolas Cage acting? This is a big discussion. Is he acting, or is that just Nicolas Cage? I'm genuinely asking.
He can act. For sure, he can act. Yeah, absolutely.
You don't think it's just him?
He can do anything, and it's amazing. He literally counts. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's a peak cinema, in my opinion. Just watching him count in.
I'm being generous. He obviously can act, but like. He's a weird guy.
But like Steven Seagal cannot act.
That's true. That's true.
Horrible.
We should probably get back to D&D.
Yeah. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Christian's slowly dying.
Man,
Christian is slowly dying. As the water continues to melt As the water continues to melt behind you, the ice cracking further, steam begins to rise from the surface of the hot spring. Lyra, your check was a 23 for survival. There is no danger here to be had. The dense layer of dark rock, this porous rock that coats the bottom of the pool here, would catch most of the contaminants that could be leaking up from somewhere deeper underground. What's more, the water that's rising here isn't actually rising from deep below. It's just the heat that is sort of emanating through that rock base, which means that the water isn't filled with contaminants from touching lava and from being exposed to the gases underground. It's all being contained and separated. The heat's just radiating upwards through this dark black pumice dotted with what looks almost like little flakes of metal, probably helping to heat the water. Something to keep in mind while you're in the water of the hot spring, your feet touching this black rock will get quite hot. It could almost burn you. So you'll want to be floating in the water more than you'll be touching the bottom of the pool. Something to keep in mind. But there is no other danger here. What's more, with a survival check of 23, you can see the area where the boar hag had been waiting for you, the far end of the pool, underneath that overhang of the rock above, right where the lip of the mountainside touches the edge of the pool. Above, with the moon high above, reflected down in the surface of the water, you can see what looks like a small alcove hidden away in the rock, shadowed and only barely visible as the light of the moon just catches the corner of this opening. And on the other side of it, you think you can see a little splash of colour. Almost looks like a greeny kind of blue. Some sort of fabric, perhaps, just half hidden in this alcove.
Sort of like where her lair sort of would have been kind of thing, maybe?
Yeah, it looked like where she was waiting.
Yeah, definitely gonna go check that out, I think. Just sort of turn back to the others and just be like, bit of a short rest, catch our breath a bit, and then figure out if we're even in the right place. Looks like the hag had some kind of lair-like thing over there. I'm gonna go check it out if anyone else wants to come with.
I think I need to spend some
Brings
time.
in his little purple skull and bones boxes. All right, let's get in. I jump in the water.
Oh, yes. I need to spend some time warming up. Those attacks were quite taxing.
I'm not actually doing too bad, so I don't mind escorting you. So by all means, we can go have a look.
You never know. If we are in the right place, we might be waiting here for a while and have time to take a short rest after. But
I gotta say, I'm kind of getting over this place. The ice and the frost and the cold is not agreeing with me.
Yeah, it seems like everything, including the environment, wants to kill us here. Not gonna lie.
I'm not enjoying myself.
I didn't mind that boat city. That was quite nice weather. We could go back there. Yes, I liked swimming in those waters.
Back down to the tropics of sea spray. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was beautiful. I know the way. We could go any time. We don't have to stay. No, I suppose we should finish the mission. Okay.
If we're being honest, it's not too bad out here. It's actually quite nice sometimes. Don't know what you're whining about, realistically.
I think I've died nearly twice here, and he nearly died once.
It's actually been quite fun. Some of those creatures have been fun to fight and slog it out with. I've come out just better. Well, yeah, okay. I'm looking at everyone's condition now. I'm like, I'll simmer down a little bit because it's like I've been having the time of my life, but not everyone else has.
Well, Cassius, when we charge the frost giants in glorious battle, you can lead from the front, and I'll be here enjoying these warm waters, getting my feathers all preened and clean.
By all means, no stress. You dust yourself off there, partner, and I'll do some of the heavy lifting, eh?
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm pumped up, actually.
Wonderful.
Let's go check out this hag's little shindig.
See if there's anything worth taking.
Classic. As Lyra and Cassius make their way around to this small alcove, Lyra, Harry joins? Okay, perfect. Harry, Lyra, and Cassius. As the three of you make your way around towards the alcove, Harry's hoping for a second heart of gold, or maybe a kidney of platinum. He's not sure which at the moment. He'd take either. Spleen of copper. As you make your way round into the small alcove, thank you for laughing, Ali. I appreciate it. No one else did, but I really appreciate you enjoying that joke for me. I almost said Eye of Tin. I thought you'd really enjoy that.
That's why.
Before I leave, though, I will just quickly. Here you go, mate. Just quick. I see you had a bit of trouble there, so just take this if you need it. And I give. I'll just give Niles just a potion of healing, just if he ever needs it in combats and stuff.
Oh. Thank you, actually. That's rather thoughtful of you.
Well, look, I haven't really needed it, so by all means, here you go.
Oh, well. That's awfully generous of you, then.
Apologies if that seems a bit, maybe... Oh, no, inconsiderate, but not inconsiderate per se, but maybe I'm gloating, I'm not sure. I don't really mean to be. I just have a weird
no offense
communicating with people sometimes, so...
No,
I live out in the frontiers, so sometimes it's a bit... How you going? Hey, you
no offense taken. It's fine. Yeah. I'm sure I'll be back to fighting form shortly.
Perfect. I give him like a playful nudge, which turns out with my strength to probably be a bit more. How you going? And I'll make my way. Yeah, probably a bit better in the water. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, that was not intended.
Do you push Niles into the hot spring?
I mean. Not. I mean, I'm just pushing. I just sort of nudge him, and depends on how much he flails and goes in, I guess.
I'd be pretty weak. I did take a bit of damage from the previous combat.
Niles, as gravity reasserts itself.
Like a stone skeleton in the water. He's just sitting there. It's like building sandcastles, but mold earthing a little skeleton out of stone. No one flashes me.
Fair enough. As gravity reasserts itself, Niles, as you windmill your hands, you find yourself stepping back into the warm waters of the spring. At the moment, they are only very mildly warm, the ice still melting over the surface, but it's a far sight better than the cold winds that you are currently exposed to. And as you take a moment and just lie back in the water, the warmth drifting around you, you feel calmer, at peace, your heart slowly beginning to lose that staccato beat, the battle beat that you had felt before. Almost a meditative sense stills over you, Niles, as you float in that gently warming water for a short time. As Lyra, Cassius, and Harry make their way around the edge of the pool, reaching the small alcove, inside you can see what looks like a small shrine. The stone that is carved out here has been shaped a long time ago from the looks of things to form a shrine to probably a Nam as you look at it. The figure that's depicted there is crude, the stone that's been shaped, showing a humanoid figure with two long arms and legs, standing almost like a neutral kind of gentle pose, in one hand holding what looks like some sort of orb, and in the other what looks like it's hard to describe, almost like a shield, but with a looped section coming out the bottom. A design you've not seen before, something strange. All around are little crystals that have been set up in little brackets of bronze, softly glowing with a gentle, almost like light blue light. Giant equivalent of candles, maybe? Flapping on the wall is a tapestry in blue and green. That is what you had seen before, Lyra, from outside. And you can see that the tapestry is woven with these beautiful images of what looks like frost giant history, perhaps. That is where the beauteous nature of this sanctum comes to an end, however. The Burhag clearly has been in the process of making this place her own. Bones litter the floor, and you can see she has done her best to deface parts of the shrine. On the wall were once beautiful paintings, probably depicting similar things to the tapestry. They have been destroyed. Some sort of acid has been wiped over them, and you can see that the stone has melted under her touch. It looks like she was trying to do something similar to the statue, but for whatever reason, it has been unsuccessful. What you do find, however, sitting on top of a pile of humanoid bones, animal and humanoid bones, is a stone slate carved with runes. Not in giant, but in Sylvan.
Unexpected.
Do you speak Sylvan, Lyra? I think you do, don't you?
Yes, she does.
That is ideal. The stone slate says, I have taken the seer. The warrior returns. Kill those they have brought with them, and you shall have my favor. And then stamped at the bottom is the rune in giant for blood. The symbol that you know for Blodrin.
What makes the slate? Are we talking like human-sized slate?
Giant-sized,
giant-sized
definitely.
slate?
Yeah.
Why is it written in Sylvan? I read it out, sort of translate it to Harry and Cass.
Lyra, given your time in the Feywild, you would know that Buahags are connected to the Fey, and Sylvan would be a language. I mean, do you want to roll a? Fuck, I keep on wanting to ask for a deduction check, but that's cost me. Do you want to roll for me an insight check? See if you can kind of figure out what's going on here. If there's any other 24.
It accidentally rolled twice.
We'll take the 24. Lyra, if you wanted to pass a message to someone that you didn't want anyone else to read, Sylvan's a bloody good language to pick. Not many people speak it. Certainly not many giants would speak it. If the rune at the bottom is any indication, it's from Blodrin, to be passed on to this Buahag, it's possible he didn't trust other giants to read it.
And just from the context of like the seer, do we think that the seer, that's not Freyan, is it?
It's hard to say. It says, I have taken the seer, the warrior returns soon, kill those he has brought with him.
And how long, just the slate, does it seem like it's quite aged? Because like the Buahag seemed to, like she was saying, that she'd been there for a long while.
The slate is not old.
It's relatively new, like
yeah, for
not
sure.
mossy at all, or
no, not even dusty. Despite sitting on a pile of fucking bones, chewed and gnawed bones.
Ooh. And there's a bunch of bones, like.
Yep.
So what was the last mark you said? It was like a mark of someone?
The giant rune for blood, which you know is the symbol for Blodrin, the current Jarl of the Frost Giants.
So it's written in Sylvan, obviously to the hag, or something along those lines at least, by a giant.
In Sylvan. And then looking at like the tapestries and sort of stuff, did this seem like it might have been the seer's sort of little alcove originally? Like,
yeah, it looks like it. It looks like this was once the sanctuary for the seers and for the Volca. And the hag has just moved in, knowing that the seer won't be returning, most likely. And probably waiting to spring an ambush.
Wait, so the person, the giant we saw at the start, or before, was that potentially what the seer actually looks like?
It could be. If the Buahag knows what the Volca Freyan looks like, it would make sense that she would disguise herself as close to that person as possible.
It just might give us a basis to look for the seer off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Are there any personal items of the seer around that we can use to, like...
Not many personal items that immediately spring out. Do you want to make me a perception or investigation check, Harry, to have a bit of a deeper look around this this sanctuary? 19. Harry, as you examine the shrine and the statue, there's a strange attraction between it and your heartstone. You feel almost like a pull, not quite magnetism, but something similar as your hand wants to move towards the shrine. You can choose whether or not to allow that to happen.
Before Harry does that, he'll ask the others, hey, do you guys, like, either... Is this happening for you as well?
No.
Is it
as
sort of
Lyra and Cassius, there's no pull. You feel nothing.
Harry will check in with Figment before committing to anything.
Yeah, it sounds like a Figment thing.
As you go to check in with Figment, There is no noise, no voice, nothing. Just silence through the bond, Harry. Not absence, silence. Figment's there, but he's not speaking.
Can I sense if he's focused on something, or if he's like pretending to hide from something else, or?
There's a mixture of emotions through the bond. Fear is one of them. Sadness. Figment is conflicted and going through something.
If you want me to do this, you better let me know. Or if you don't want me to do this, you better let me know. Because I'm pretty partial to doing it. Just saying.
There's no response, Harry.
What do you guys think I should do? Should I just put my stone against it?
So we obviously haven't heard the inner dialogue.
No.
So it's sort of been happening pretty quick.
Harry would explain that he can't.
Yeah, okay.
But it's easier.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
why not?
I'm not well versed in this stuff. I've only just sort of started learning about these stones and other things. Mine's reacts differently. I guess it can't hurt, though, I suppose, but...
Based on the evidence around us, the biohag seems to have tried to destroy the stuff around here. She couldn't do anything to the statue, and the enemy of our enemy is our friend.
Okay.
It's the worst thing that could happen.
Harry will very slowly, listening out for Figment's call. If Figment tells him to stop, he'll pull his hand away immediately. Very slowly put his hand towards the statue.
Right before your hand connects with the shrine, you hear Figment let out a tiny whimper.
Harry would stop. Hey, Figment friend, you are there, right?
I am here, Harry.
You're not very talkative at the moment. Was just hoping for a bit of insight on what you wanted to do in this situation.
This place, it feels like him. Like her, like them. And I know it. I feel it. I don't know how or why, but I feel this place is still connected to them. To the Maker.
And that makes you scared?
Sad. And scared.
Sad for the passing of an arm and scared of what?
I don't know. I only know that I feel these things now.
Well, do you want to do this together then? You and I? And at the party?
I'm scared this will hurt, Harry.
Well, it's ultimately up to you, but no pain, no gain, and we're here together. And we're you know, I think sometimes the pain of knowing might be better than the pain of not knowing.
Okay. No pain, no gain. Okay.
Okay. Harry will sync his breathing to Figment's breathing and pump themselves up to touch it together.
As you place your hand upon the shrine, there is nothing. No tingle, no sudden rush of energy. The magnetism that you felt before is gone as soon as you touch the shrine. Nothing.
And even if I pull my hand away, it's not attracted to it anymore.
As you go to pull your hand away, Harry, that is when the sensation hits all at once. Like water.
Beams from his eyes.
Yeah. Like water breaking through the cracks of a damn wall. At first, the power comes in tiny bursts. Static electricity up your arm like ice through your veins, and then it rushes through all at once. Lyra and Cassius, you watch as the shrine begins to glow with a brilliant light. As Harry goes to pull his hand away, he is unable to. The metal hand locked to the stone of the shrine. Harry, it is cold and hot. It is light and dark. It is life and death that burns through you. And then in a sudden rush, the sensation leaves you. You stumble back, your hand breaking free from the shrine as the ground begins to rumble beneath your feet. Niles, back outside floating in the lovely warm pool. As you are sort of just floating there, gently enjoying the very quickly warming shrine, the very quickly warming pool, the ground suddenly begins to rumble, waves breaking over your face as the water becomes quite choppy. And then you watch as the stone underneath, the stone at the bottom of the water, begins to shift and move. In a rush, the water parts, pulling away from the very center as if pushed aside by some great force. As the stone in the very center begins to spiral and break, giant runes forming across the ground, lighting up. As a corridor opens in the stone in the center of the hot spring, leading down into the dark below, before lighting up in that same soft blue glow of the crystals around the shrine.
Oh, man. I was enjoying that.
As you cough up a bit of spring water, the sulfurous smell still there in your lungs.
Is the water still there on top, or it all just drain
The water
out?
is pushed to the sides, rising up and holding in place as if held back by some dome of force, keeping it away from the very center of the
okay.
pool. Yeah,
So I'm still in the water.
you're in the water, just pushed to the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit deeper now.
It's a fair bit deeper. Yeah. All that water displaced.
What?
Niles, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was just enjoying. the
Did you let
relaxing
wind
sensation.
break in the hot spring, Niles?
Yes. Shut up. No, I was just enjoying the warm sensations of the water. It might have been the others. I don't know.
Bart will take a couple of steps towards the hallway and just call down it. Hello? Echo?
Echo. Softly returns back to you, along with a hoot, but nothing else.
I kind of look down the stairway from, in the spring. Can see what's down there.
It looks like a giant-sized tunnel. You can see that the walls are set with those blue glowing crystals that are around the shrine, providing light. The tunnel itself leads downwards. Looks to be about 40, 50 feet down, and then emerges into a larger room underneath the moon pool, underneath the shadow of the mountain.
Should we get those that went to the lair first?
Oh my god.
Those that went to the lair.
Those that went to the hag lair?
Lyra, Cassius, and Harry, the ones just over the other side of the pool, currently chilling in the alcove.
Okay, sorry.
The other three members of our party?
Sorry, I
Who?
thought you were talking about someone else.
I don't have object permanence. If you leave my line of sight, you don't exist anymore.
Who are?
Bart will take a
Get
moment to
comfy,
step in
please.
front of you. And we need to stop focusing about magical things and worry about people. Yes?
Of course.
Don't want you zoning out because you think that there's something valuable down there. You came with us to help us, not to hoard monger everything you come across, okay?
Oh, I've already got my trinkets as I pull out my astrolabe. Look, I'm pretty sorted. I'm sure there's nothing else of value down there, and Harry's got that sorted. I'm just here for the curiosity of the adventure.
Well, that wasn't the case literally earlier today.
I'm here to
that's different.
eat
Imagine
souls
life.
and take items, and I'm all out of souls, so...
We're helping you with whatever this dark void thing is, so you need to help us too, okay? Focus.
Trust me, I'm not going down there myself. No, trust me. No, I need someone big and strong in front of me.
And if there's a magic item, we'll check things first.
Discuss it together as a team,
Okay.
and then I'll take it.
I'll go and get the others then, if you two want to wait here.
Yes, I'm still in my boxes. I need to dry off.
Bart will grab the others, and unless there's anything important,
Yeah,
bring them back.
I did just want to do a couple of quick ones. Is get like a really quick sketch of that unarmed statue, like of like the shield and sort of the weird, bits on it.
Do you want to make me a history check? Anyone who's there, Cassius, Lyra, Harry, any three of you, all three of you, if you want, can make a history check.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Niles would like to dry his robes out with one of the heat cubes.
Yeah.
So he doesn't catch hypothermia.
That's a natural 1 for a total of 0 from Lyra. Lyra,
Ow.
you know exactly what this is. When one is removing their shoes, it can be tricky to be able to get the leverage needed to pull the boot fully off the foot, especially when one is wet. This is a giant-sized shoehorn, obviously. What else could it be?
I mean, you just got to get your leg really far up there.
Yeah, it's a giant-sized one. Harry for a 13. Some sort of weird shield thing. You're not really sure. Cassius, it makes sense you would get this, right? Given your heritage as well as a frost giant Goliath, you do recognize what this is.
That's the other character I had.
Oh, that's true. That's hilarious. I'm having flashbacks. Cassius, it doesn't make any sense why you know what this is. Let's say that this is similar to a
It's
item
interesting. I'm a
used.
+7 in history. Is one of his things. So, like, I wonder. He's probably, as he journeys around, he's probably an avid reader.
I
There's
eat a
some
lot of
weird-
books. Just like to sink my teeth into them.
So I reckon there's like a few little things he picks up every now and again that probably pieces it all together.
Yeah. This item is not too dissimilar from a object used by the Meloran Orc sailors. When one is trying to navigate via the stars, a older, far lesser used device nowadays is something like this. It is a star map. That loop at the bottom is for aligning to certain constellations that then match up with those on the other side of the shield. This is a very old star map design, probably of giant origin.
It's a navigation tool of sorts.
Correct.
Star map.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
it is.
Lyra.
It's interesting that a Nam is
He's trying to
depicted in
get a
this.
shoe into it.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
It's not a giant shoehorn. Oh wait, no, yeah, the size would be completely off for that.
Maybe just back up for a sec before you start doing whatever you're going to do, thinking it's a shoehorn.
I think she just hops backwards.
How big are your shoes?
This is a fascinating find, though, actually.
What? Okay, so let's assume that it's not a shoehorn.
Ooh.
What is it?
Did Ellie also lag? Sorry,
Yeah, that was
Ellie,
for
I think you just
everyone.
lagged out for a sec.
I thought that was me.
Give it one more go, Ali. Your internet
I mean,
took a
Dave's
little.
just gone, apparently.
Your internet took a little
So-
tumble off the cliff.
The internet also rolled an @1 apparently.
It did, yeah.
Working?
You're good now, though. You're better.
You're all back now.
So
Oh my god, I do feel
Just-
so
assuming that it's not a giant shoehorn, what is it?
So, looks like a star map of sorts. A way, it's like a navigation tool they could sort of, and then obviously I explain a little bit more within the context of it. I would explain. I don't remember exactly what was said. But,
It's an old navigational device. The stars would be, constellations would be printed and depicted on the shield itself. More complicated versions of this can actually be rotated and shifted to account for various locations. The loop to then be lined up with certain constellations and held within to kind of create a sense of direction and to allow you to navigate via the stars.
I'll
Does this
explain
statue-
basically like that.
Does the statue refer to any specific location? Like, is there anything actually sort of printed on the shield or on the reference tool? Yeah, just sort of seeing like, or is it just like sort of pure stone? It's just the depiction of those tools. It's not depicting a specific location.
pure stone. There are no designs etched onto the star map that you can see, at least on this depiction of it. But it is interesting because for the frost giants to include this on Anam's statue, because this is clearly some sort of like shrine to Anam. He's holding two things. One is an orb, and one is this strange shield-like statue, the Starfinder. I would say as you have a bit of a closer examine, the orb does have markings on it. Strange markings, almost random, forming these shapes, raised bumps, lowered divots. And then you realize
Like a
that
globe?
the orb is a globe, a depiction of Nostea, probably as it was during the time of the giants.
None of these raised bumps seem to be buttons or anything, do they?
No, none of them seem to
Treasure
be buttons.
Planet flashbacks.
It's not Treasure Planet.
And then on the tapestry was the only other thing I was just wanting to double check.
The tapestry depicts what looks like elements of frost giant history. And this is also clearly enchanted as well, Lyra. The fact that the hag had been unable to remove this and do anything to it indicates some sort of magical protection. Yeah, I mean, or maybe
There's no chance that I could be able to take it to the wall then.
As you go to remove, it is
Get it
stuck
somewhere slightly
firm.
safer.
But yeah, it
Nothing behind
depicts...
it.
No. It was sort of designed to half cover the entryway, as a bit of privacy as well. The history that's depicted, woven and embroidered onto this hanging tapestry is stunning. It seems to depict some great journey the frost giants took in the distant past. You see them building massive ships, sailing across the ocean, battling with sea serpents and strangely draconic-looking creatures rising from the sea and flying in from the sky. And then arriving on a series of islands, building their homes and long huts, and then some relationship with the moon. You can see it depicted from this point in history once they've arrived on this island. A lot of moon iconography making an appearance in the depictions here, seemingly linked. And then what looks like a depiction of this location, the mountain above, the moon higher, and then underneath, reflected perfectly, is the moon pool itself, forming this kind of symmetrical triad of the mountain with the moon above and below. And you see 5 female frost giant figures, arms linked, power swirling around their hands and around their forms, concentrated on the island itself, on the moon pool, as if they're drawing power from and giving it to the waters.
Is there any runes or anything depicted on the tapestry?
Not really like detailed runes outlining a story. More just decorative patterns and spirals that look to be runic in nature, and so you kind of have a bit of a closer look and realize that they're not forming words of any real description.
I was just thinking, making sure that there's no magical entryway password or anything on there.
No, that opens
think,
just
yeah,
in the moon
before
pool outside when Harry activated the shrine.
I don't know, just, if there was anything further in that we needed, I don't know.
I get you.
Before I leave, though, I do try to take a good couple of full skeletons worth of bones. Like, if I can just sort of open up the mouth to my version of the party bag holding and just sweep a bunch of bones in, just so that Grim's got
you
some
can add
nice
3
fodder.
skeletons worth of bones. It's just bones of random stuff. Not all of them line up. The hag looked like she wasn't too picky about picking all of the flesh off the bones, but it is about 3 skeletons worth of bones.
Sweet.
As you
And then,
wash
yeah, I
in
guess-
some bones with other bones, then bones with more bones into the bag of holding.
Hell yeah.
Rattle, rattle, rattle.
And look back at the others, if anything else we should look at or take with us before we head back and see what that noise was?
I think we're pretty good here for now. That's the only real thing of note, wasn't it, overall, this star map? And obviously the
That's
slate.
the main thing that grabs your attention for sure.
The slate, though, too, is actually another thing.
Yeah.
Look, I think we've definitely discovered some things. Yeah, I think we should actually go back and meet up with everyone and tell them what we've discovered.
Yeah,
Oh,
if it was
Get their brains to weigh in on the slate as well. the Owlin as well. They seem to be quite versed in some of this giant stuff. I mean, I'm pretty new to the picture. They might be able to give you a bit more insight.
I was just
Yeah.
I'm going to use
with you
that.
there. I
precipitation.
only wish I had a bigger piece of paper. I could take a running.
Do you want to try and
Well,
take the
but I
slate
mean,
with you?
giant
When
sized.
I was describing its size, it's not like it's bigger than you are. It's probably about 3 feet tall and about sort of 1.5 wide. It's decently big, but it's not like as large
18
as you are.
strength. You reckon I can carry
Bit
that?
big. Oh,
Yeah,
Carry
18
it to
could
the
carry it.
guards.
I was just thinking, like, if it's...
Well, don't
Nah,
stress
it'll
it.
be
I just put it on my shoulder and I start walking off at this point. Just maybe quickly
Alright.
sketch the star map real quick for us, though. But I'll take this to the guys. I don't really mind. And I'm walking
just
off.
do it quick. Just as a reference in case we run into the guys, and then maybe jot down the message from that slate, both in Sylvan and in the translation, just in a little field journal or something that I've got
Very
going.
good idea. Very, very good idea. Perfect. As you all reconvene, Lyra, Harry, and Cassius, you're all quite surprised to see the changes that have occurred to the moon pool. Niles is nicely dried at this point using the thermal cube to push away the moisture. Grimm's finished his little tiny stone skeleton ossuary. What would you call this? Like a dedication to those employees who fell in this battle against the Burr Hag, as you leave behind a little marker for future generations to find of the brave work of your hardworking slaves, employees. As you sort of finish getting everything ready, Bart, decked out, having put his armor, cleaned it, put it back on again, pack hefted, looking at Grimm a bit warily as Grimm keeps trying to like go down the tunnel by himself. As you
Am I
all
able to
rejoin.
benefit from a short rest out of all this?
I would say there has been enough time for a short rest. Do your short rest, but in addition,
Yeah.
because you were in the hot spring benefiting from its healing waters, you may roll 2 additional hit dice without spending them.
Ooh,
You get
that's
2
nice.
free
All
hit
right.
dice for spending some time in the water.
Do I also get that because I was in the water as well?
If you're in the water, you do indeed.
I was, yes. Thank you.
think just seeing the open sort of entryway, I just sort of look at Grimm, just go, Grimm, the fuck did you do this time?
It wasn't me. I was making this, and I point towards my little skeleton figurine.
Then what did he do?
My skeleton
I mean, that-
in an oubliette.
That could be worse than the opening of the entrance.
Yeah. Would they?
I
would the
mean,
giant-
it's a work of art, but it's fucking morbid, mate. Why? Why does it always have to be morbid? Everything.
I mean, morbid is just a
it's not-
state of, is just a perspective.
I mean,
I'm sure
that
the-
and one day we'll all be skeletons.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm sure the
geez.
priests of More Sacred would disagree with you on that assessment, Cassius.
Well, each to their own, I suppose. I have my own outlook. They have theirs. They're wrong, of course, but whatever.
Death is just a part of life. I think I begin to understand the motivations behind Grimm.
Hey, look, I let him get away with these little things, but there should be respect for the dead, of course, there too, right?
I mean,
Shouldn't they get to rest? Life's a fucking piece of shit sometimes, eh? What? Let him rest. Go on, come on.
isn't that what Grimm is doing by honoring the dead there with that ossuary that he's put together so neatly and so well?
I'll never get used to this.
Yeah.
All right, then. Go. I know. I'll give it to him, though. It is definitely a work of art, but all right.
In any case, what is going on? I was enjoying my little
Oh,
time
check
in the
this
bottom
out.
here,
I
and-
just dunk right
Oh.
in front, just massive, like this slate in silver.
We found a message.
my
Check this
silver
out too,
is
at the
rough.
bottom here. At least you can make out that a little bit, though. That's some giant shenanigans going on. It seems at the bottom.
I
Still.
read out the message, the translated message from the slate, and say we think that this was to the Burhag, from Eladrin. Weirdly enough, it's written in Sylvan. Don't know how he learnt Sylvan, but anyway.
Huh. I mean, it stands to reason that a frost giant is old and is, I guess, lingering as someone like Bloodrin would be. I mean, we don't know what he did what the frost giants really got up to in their time away from Nostea. He might have been brushing up on his Sylvan, for all we know.
That's almost more concerning. I mean...
Yeah. This is concerning. This clearly reads as that Bloodrin is somewhat in league with a hag. This is evidence of such an allegiance. What's to say that Bloodrin hasn't got allegiances with other creatures throughout the island that could be of concern to us? And it also implies a certain level of forethought. Bloodrin knew we were arriving here at the island. He knew that the warrior would be taking us here. It would appear that he obviously has allies, or at least some sort of way of knowing that we were approaching. Lyra, did you have a thought on this?
That is an assumption, though. Yes, I mean, one is we're assuming that the Watcher is Freyan. We're assuming that the warrior is Svindal, and that those with him refers to us. I mean, it could be someone completely different. Like, is there another? Could the warrior be?
Look,
devilish in nature?
For the knowledge we currently have, I agree with Niles more. However, though, well, as new developments come up, your theory could come up proper too. It's such a toss-up at the moment.
I mean, that would be an incredible coincidence. Not to discount the hypothesis of devilish works, which is always to be considered in these cases. It just seems rather convenient, though, that the slate is here. It's new by all accounts.
It's just Svindal. I mean, yes, he is a capable fighter, but he's a hunter. I wouldn't consider him the quote-unquote warrior. Would you?
I mean, look, I'm no expert on the frost giants, but a hunter and a warrior they can serve the same purpose during certain times. If the hunter is needed, then the hunter goes and searches for the food. If in times of crisis, in times of conflict, the hunter very easily becomes the warrior. That I can understand. But if this is true, if this is what Bloodrin has done and is in league with such creatures, this could be useful if we were to get to a position of bargaining, or in a position of I suppose, convincing the other frost giants of his nature, of his intent.
Maybe we should hide this slate then somewhere, where it won't be easily destroyed. But as much as I do agree with you wholeheartedly, but like you were saying, it's written in Sylvan. I mean, how many giants speak Sylvan? It would essentially be our word against his.
I can't say many.
I don't know how big this thing is, but is it possible to fit in the bag of holding / my my quiver of Ellen? Like, if I make it
3 feet by
large,
1.5 feet. So that's a good question.
I have the longest compartment, holds up to 6 long objects, such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears. I can also I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I'm just giving you options.
Yeah, because the bag of holding is 2 feet in diameter.
I still have I still have a few objects left in the long compartments of the quiver. I just don't. Obviously, it's just bending. It's just up to Owen.
Yeah, well, like a spear is more than 3 feet long. Like a spear can be 6 foot or longer. I mean, if you're going for like a 1.5-hand spear, it's almost 9 feet for the full reach, which the quiver of Elokar can hold.
I don't mind saying it takes up a few more slots than normal either.
I mean,
yeah, I'm happy to rule that you could fit that into the spear section for the quiver of Elokar. I've got no problems with that at all.
Awesome, cool, thanks. All right, well, I'll do that then, and I'll hold it. So if we ever need to bring it out, we have quick access to it.
Do we need to? Is this something that you'd like the other giants of Bloodrin to know about? If I understand correctly.
Why do you ask?
I'm just wondering, because I was wondering if you want people to comprehend it, I could I don't know, just cast magic mouth on it, and it could be like a little dictaphone, whatever that is, to read the contents of people that can't understand it.
I would be. We should keep this up our sleeves. I think there could be other evidence we could glean from exploring the surrounds. I wouldn't be hinging our argument solely on this. As damning as it is, and as incriminating as it is for Bludgeon to be somewhat bilingual in Sylvan, which is strange.
Yes.
No, it is something we should keep in mind, though.
I could make the trigger when you say evidence. It triggers, and then it speaks what's written on the
objection.
You could exactly.
Very cool.
We could cross that
Phoenix
bridge
writing,
when we
if you will.
Bartholomew, you had a thought?
Yes, when you mentioned the language, that's prompted an idea. Even the Frost Giant King told us how he knew Blodrin and their entire clan as a dim-witted folk. This deal as well with a hag, if this Blodrin doesn't know how to properly lead, if they're inferior, weaker, then those types of people tend to make as many connections as they can. Mephistopheles, the hag. There might be other entities that we need to keep an eye out, even than just these two.
Of course.
With Blodrin, it's just something to keep an eye on. But if it is just the two of them, the thought process could be that maybe Mephistopheles gifted the ability to read Sylvan, in which case, who knows what other gifts Blodrin may have as well.
An additional concern. That slate, that's a contract, isn't it? It's not just a list of instructions.
Can I have a read of it?
Wait a sec. I'm not
as a business wizard. Can I see if this is contracty?
A bizzard, if you will.
A bizzard.
I am a bizzard.
A business.
Yeah,
Wizard.
Cassius. Yeah, if you want, you can pull it out and show it to Grim if you like. That's no problem.
Oh yeah, if he asks to look at it, I'll bring it out.
Can I just
Grim,
show Grim the translated version?
True.
He doesn't have to blow it out.
I can read Sylvan, but that's fine. Yes, okay.
It says on it, I have taken the seer. The warrior returns soon. Kill those he came with. And then the signature at the bottom is the giant rune for blood, which you know is Blodrin's rune. Yeah, you've seen it enough times. I don't know.
Hags.
It doesn't quite read as a contract of sorts. It's more of a sign-off. It sort of reads off like a note with his signature at the bottom. Like it's no terms or agreements.
I find it interesting. I think that perhaps if what you say, Bartholomew, that these clan that was quote unquote dim-witted, that asking for knowledge to comprehend languages wouldn't be too far out of the remit to ask a devil, or in this case Mephistopheles himself. It could be that our friend Bludgeon here is competent in all forms of language, which would mean that he would be able to broker deals with all sorts of entities, which is actually rather horrifying now that I think about it. Even worse than just Sylvan.
If this reads like a message, what if this is how the hag and Bludgeon have been communicating? What if Bludgeon has his own copy? Bart would like to first just look around and see if there's anything that was used to write on this, or is it like blood that's being written on it? Like what?
It's been carved in,
etched in, yeah,
shaped into the stone itself.
Okay.
Seems like a lot of effort for a letter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I thought possibly that we could. This might be more of like a physical sending stone of sorts, and we could possibly give Blodrin a message to set him up. But
is there
any seem magical?
Well, we could ask Harry.
Magic?
Harry has the telescope to detect if it's magical or not.
Oh yeah, I could put some things on and take a look if you like.
It's the spectacles or something.
Have a quick peekaroo with Harry's sheet. Just read the rules of it, because I think it doesn't tell him what it is. It's not like identify. It's just detect magic.
Well, even if he's able to glean that it's some sort of magic, that would be useful.
I will quickly pull open and tell you exactly what his little
Unless
eyes can do.
it's going to use like a last charge or something, in which case I don't leave it.
Let's have a peek
It's like
over here.
It's like a at will. Maybe there's a certain number of times you can put to long rest or something. I don't remember the rules on it.
Where are we? Okay. He's out of charges.
No.
According to this, do we trust this? Probably can trust this.
Is it on long rest?
I can.
0 charges left on the wand of magic detection.
Damn.
When does it recharge?
At dawn.
At dawn?
He's
He
surely.
hasn't used 6 charges today.
It's
way.
only 1d3 charges that he gets each day. It's
But
possible
only
he rolled a
Today
1.
at all?
He doesn't use it
I
that
think he
often.
has. I think he
Yeah.
used it back with the
Yeah.
at the Yeti place
Okay,
potentially.
Grim,
Yeah.
Arcana check us, please.
Yeah, Grim. Probably safest.
Yeah, all right.
You know, I do want to help my friends. I'm not just interested about going down there, so I will studiously look at this slab.
Yes. Return the slab.
Return the slab.
Give him the slab. I do love a good peanut slab.
brother.
Hell yeah,
Hell
yeah, brother. Give him the fucking
That's a low roll for you. That's a 19.
19.
That is a low
Oh, it's
roll.
only a 19.
Only
That's
19.
that's pathetic, really. You rolled a 6. No,
That's
Grim, as you look at this slate, yeah, there is something about this that is magical. As you place your hands across it, you can feel there is a slight tingle. That normally is a bit of a giveaway that you taste a little bit of you lick it. There's you get a bit of a, like a lick in a battery on your tongue for a second. There's a bit of a sense here of magic. There's a faint glow of octarine to your wizard eyes, the color of magic. Halfway between orange and purple as you kind of gaze at it, go a bit cross-eyed. There's something about this that does seem to be magical. And as you play around with it, your heartstone comes into contact with it. And you watch as the letters on its surface shift and change and then go blank.
Oh. What did you do?
As Grim says this, you watch as carved in runes, the words appear.
Oh.
Fuck. Fuck.
Well, there goes our evidence. Whoopsie.
Good news.
Okay, we're gonna say-
Is magical. Is there undo?
Control Z, Control Z.
Control Z.
We didn't get a chance. As the first two R's happen, can Bart grab it and like pull it away from the group?
As soon as it detaches from Grim's heartstone, you watch as the words freeze, no longer transcribing what he's saying, and a soft glow, slowly flashing of green light appears down the bottom, revealing a tiny embossed button, circular, a little rune shining underneath, a giant rune.
Okay.
Giant.
Is that
Well, hopefully that's send and
Confirm.
not sent.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut while they talk.
As long as you don't touch it with your heartstone, but it's not going to transcribe. It's only while in contact with the heartstone that it transcribes the message.
I'm just going to put one more time here. Okay, nothing happens.
sorry? Wrong contact. Say that.
No, we just don't send it. Just don't send it.
Sorry, I had this in my pocket. Say that, and that'll clear things up.
I think this is better than the evidence.
I appear to have messaged you. Apologies.
I sat on the slab.
Yeah.
Bartholomew, are you thinking something?
Yes, we can use this to pretend to be the hag.
I'm not sure I quite
Do you know what?
Would the hag reply?
We tell Bloodrin to meet us somewhere isolated, or we tell Bloodrin that his kin are turning against him, or there's so many ways we could use this.
Do you think Bludgeon would fall for that?
We've already been told that he's a fucking idiot.
Well-
As long as it's written in Sylvan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might have been speaking in Sylvan as a bit of a code thing, you know.
That or the hag. Oh, no,
That's
the
fine.
hag's spoken
We've got
with,
someone
yeah.
that speaks Sylvan.
2 people.
We've got
Yeah.
2 people that
Oh,
speak.
well, perfect.
But we don't know what kind of relationship
you're
they did
probably a better
have.
hag
Like,
than me.
And just a quick question
pull
as
it
well. He's obviously left a seal of some sort. Does the hag leave something as well to make sure that they're able to decipher if it's whether it's a stranger or not?
yeah,
Do they have something similar? We don't know that.
I mean,
We
Bloodrin
could
is
try, but he might
dimwit,
catch on.
The hag was pretty
quite
clever.
quickly.
Mm.
This does seem
Um,
like more the hag's work.
I think we'd be better off just
And-
putting the slate back in Cass's quiver and just periodically checking it to see if we receives a message. If
Right.
Eladrin sends updated information.
Can Grim have a brainwave here? Can I speak to the hag's corpse? He's thinking to himself.
Would you like to cast Speak with Dead?
Ooh.
Yes,
Now
did she
that
turn into goop or something? Or is
spicy.
No. Corpse is still there.
Oh, this is spicy.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Guys, I had a thought. How about we have a chat with our friend here and find some deductive reasoning behind what we can say, what
I think it's-
they said.
And what their symbol is.
Yes, what they
Possibly.
sign up. Any
Can't
code?
hurt to try it. I'll
Signature is what they
You guys, by all means, you have a chat with the hag. I'm just keeping watch and I'm keeping guard over this entrance that has sprung up that we've all
Yeah.
sort of left there. So I'm
I
just gonna stand here as the tank and sort of look into it. Watch over
kind
it for
of-
now as you guys.
Yeah, I want to go over with Cassius. This is outside of my wheelhouse, but
I mean, if you want to start scouting even ahead a little bit, and I don't know, it's up to you. Maybe
No, I wouldn't go in just in case there's any.
not that per se. I'm just more having him have a look and perceiving. He has better eyes than I do.
I do have
Yeah.
good eyes.
I was also just thinking before we carry
that's
on,
good.
if we're going to into this cavern, seeing if we
And
can
we stay
see
at stay at
Sindel
the front.
on the horizon, see if they are coming. And then I might also see if I can get a vibe of Finja and just sort of see, is he in combat? Is he getting closer? Like, can I get a distance read kind of thing going on?
Lyra, do you want to roll me a D100 as you use your sovereign powers once again? Connect with the first entity in your circle.
that's pretty good.
85. Lyra, as you pause and sit down, taking a moment connecting with the network of mycelium that stretches throughout the cognitive realm, that binds all of the fungi, all of the decay together, you find your mind traveling down a pathway, a network that leads strong. The fibers that bind you to this being, freshly grown, full of life, feeding on death. And as you find these filaments of mycelium bind you to the wolf, the hound that you brought back, for a brief moment, you feel its emotions, its mind as if it was your own. As your song reaches out to it, the hound is scared. It is trying to escape something or somewhere. You feel that fear, a desire to protect its master, to follow the instructions that it has been given, but is unable to do so. Something is bound around its neck. Metal, tight. Its claws scrape against wood. And then the vision ends. That connection as your mind rushes back along the pathway.
Before, I'm not sure if I can send sort of instructions or anything down that command. Before it did pass,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I could instruct it to, like, play or pretend to be asleep, pretend to be calm, lull, their captors into, like, false sense of obedience and security in the hopes that might give them a chance to escape, before I have to go get them.
A sense of calm immediately replaces the frantic fear, the animalistic fear this creature was feeling. Calm quiet rage beneath the surface as it feels your instruction and prepares itself to follow as best as it can.
Sweet. Bad news, guys.
What happened?
I have a sinking suspicion that Svindal might not be joining us.
What?
Well, we sent Finja with him, and Finja is currently captive somewhere, something.
Oh.
And I can't see Svindal, just kind of casually putting him in a kennel for the night.
No. Oh, that's not
Probably
good.
So we might be on our own.
If they've returned back to the other frost giants, though, maybe that's just the norm. It would be more odd if it's not, I guess, kept with the other pets.
Would be.
The vibe wasn't it didn't sort of seem like a regular kind of thing that Spinda just kind of wasn't a fan of. Like, it did sort of seem...
The fear was too
Yeah.
potent, too immediate. Yeah, there's more to this.
There's something out of the ordinary, that's for sure. I mean, could be giant misunderstanding, but I have my doubts.
Which you did there.
Giant misunderstanding.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So I guess, do we go into the cavern? Do we try and do a...
Cavern.
Speak to the hag
Well,
first.
I mean, I've been actually
Yes.
I've been thinking about this.
Speak to her
Things
first.
I'd like to know is their name. That would be helpful to know who to sign off as or to. What was their signature to Bloodrin? What does Bloodrin want most, and where does Bloodrin meet you? I've been thinking. If there's anything else, I have 5 questions.
Do you think Bloodrin meets them anywhere? I mean, they have this communication slate.
I'm sure they must meet somewhere. Like, they have to have met, or they would likely catch up. Is my thoughts.
I
You
guess
can't
the
do
last
everything
question
over a slab.
could be, are there any authentication phases or words or, something that they use in their communications to one another so that they know that it's authentic, I guess?
I do think questions like that are also, just to say a piece, more beneficial than asking. I understand your thoughts with it, but we've tested this a bit in the Underdark. What are you helping Blodrin with, or what does Blodrin want? Because we may just get some vague, ominish answer from the spirits of the dead of power or something like that. Because we know Blodrin wants power or control, and if we get something like that, it's not useful. Let's ask questions that have exact answers.
Who does Bloodrin want most? No.
Possibly.
Perhaps, what about where is the Seeker? If they maybe they might not know, but
The sea.
Well,
the Seer, sorry.
Yeah. No, I like that one.
Where's the seer? I'll say that.
Alrighty.
How many
Sounds
do
like
we
you
have
guys
so far prepared?
4. What's your name? What was your signature to Bloodrin? Where is the seer? And this one's, where does Bloodrin meet you? And then we have a free one left to use.
I think, the authentication, if there's any password, authentication kind of thing, or...
So, do you have a
Is that tied in-
password or any cryptography with Bloodrin?
Is that tied in with the signature, or
I think that's
Yeah.
or do you want to ask maybe like a? I don't know. I'm just thinking like throw it like a. Oh, maybe I'll talk as Cassius. Maybe throw as like a. Look, I don't know. You guys have been talking about so much about these like demons and such. Maybe throw out a devil-centric question. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a brainstorm.
Mephistopheles, that might be a
Something
good one.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be some sort of commonality there, and
It'll help us learn, whether or not this is some sort of working organization of different entities, or if Blodrin is just sort of like the center of a web, and
Yes.
know what we're
Okay.
up against.
So, What's the deal with Mephistopheles? No, we shouldn't say that.
Have you talked to our horned friend recently? I mean, it'll also give you a convenient out if he's like, who?
Hoot. Why is Bloodrin speak with Mephistopheles?
Why is Bludgeon?
Why?
Everyone always asks, how is Bludgeon? Why does no one ask, why is Bludgeon?
I think you're assuming that Mephistopheles would give his name so willingly. I would perhaps be more descriptive with your description of the character himself.
What is the deal with the devil?
Horned friend, Lyra? I think that could be a good one.
Devilish friend.
Devilish friend. Devilish entity, whatever you think is appropriate.
Okay. Sounds like got a pretty solid.
Leading, like, do we think our devilish friend is going to?
What is Bloodrin's deal with the devilish fellow?
Yeah, I don't know.
Beth, in my experience, you just got to give it a crack. They may not even want to speak to us. They will answer my questions, but they can always be a dick about it, even in death, unfortunately.
Do we want an indication as to whether or not there are others in a similar alliance with Bloodrin? Would we want to know if there are others that the hag is aware of? Or is that too vague?
Yeah.
I think the devil question would be more handy than do they have other alliances. I think that one might be a bit more likely to take us down a rabbit hole.
I agree.
We can get rid of the where does Bloodrin meet you if we want. We don't have to ask that one, but it's quite nice though. Yeah.
I don't mind.
What's your name? What was your signature to Bloodrin? Where is this here? Where does Bloodrin meet you? What is Bloodrin's deal with the devilish fellow? Sound good?
Yes.
All right, put my Heartstone over the hag's head, and we cast Speak with Dead. Channeling
as the spell activates, Grim, as you trace the runes in the air, your eyes glowing green and dark. As the magic begins to take hold, you watch as the corpse stirs for a moment, her eyes glowing with the same color, before it lets out a groan. Shit.
Well, lovely to meet you. This will be quick, I promise, and you can get back to rest. I just have a few questions. Starting with, what was your name?
I was called Anissa.
Agnisa. A beautiful name, Agnisa.
Anissa.
No,
I could always trust Brandon not to hear the names or any of the words. Anissa.
I don't know what. It's different headphones as well.
Mate, I'm not even using a voice changer. There is no excuse.
There's no thing. I did a test. I had perfect hearing.
Vanilla. Good. Welcome. It's good to hear you.
Yes. Okay, so that was
Gunungagup. Yes, Ian Thorpe. Yes, well done.
So good to meet you, Thorpe. Anissa, beautiful name. Don't mind me asking,
yes,
what was your...
What's your favourite colour?
What was your...
Blue!
Well, how fast does a swallow travel?
I don't know that.
Is that an African swallow or European swallow?
Yeah. Great film. Great film. Timeless. That is a film that has aged like fine wine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Always watch it.
So, Grim, one question down.
What was your signature to Bloodrin?
Hugs and kisses.
You guys hear that?
Yeah.
An insight check.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking to my friends, not you.
No, you asked a question in front of her. No, I'm not going to
Oh,
be.
come on.
I've discussed this. I'm not a dick with this spell. I could be. Yeah, do you want to roll an insight check?
I was like, we got geniuses.
19.
Lyra, this corpse is lying to you.
What?
This
On a corpse.
corpse is lying to you. There is enough left of her that she is lying.
I get the bag that the name is also wrong.
It's hard to say because all you know is that this corpse is lying about everything. You don't know, but there is enough left of this hag, enough rage and hatred of you and your friends that she is lying. She has held on to that even in death, and she is not going to help. As much as she can, she is going to do everything in her power to fuck with each and every one of you. If the last thing she does is lie to you and trick you under the power of Speak with Dead, then she is going to be satisfied.
Hey, Grim, you can't torture her soul anymore, can you?
Doesn't matter. It's
No,
not the
that's
soul that's providing
it.
this, it's just the
No.
body.
The way to best imagine this is like her soul has left, unfortunately, and this is her remnants of her negative energy of necromancy.
Well, let's not forget
In this
too that she
pile
was
of
a.
meat.
Let's not forget that she was a proficient magic caster as well. So she's a high level spellcaster. I imagine that she would have a lot of residual power still, even
Yes.
after her soul's departed. Unfortunately, this is annoying.
Yeah. I mean, we might as well
Yes,
answer the rest of the questions, but, well.
She Owen, I know that when I use Speak with Dead, that they only know what they knew and they don't know the
Correct.
future, all that fun stuff. Do I know if I can butter up the corpse? That's a bad
No.
way of
You
phrasing
can't
that.
learn. It doesn't matter. You can't change her opinions of you. They are
It's
set
just
at the moment of
exactly-
death.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
a moment of
Gotcha.
death, you were all killing her and her children. So
Yeah.
she's not a big
Okay,
fan.
Let's get this over with.
To be fair, she also was
okay.
waiting here to ambush you and kill you. So like already it
Yeah.
wasn't the start of a beautiful friendship. It was
All right. Nissa, where is this here?
Oh, she can't speculate about the future. Okay, I was about to say something, but she wouldn't be able to say that. Where is the seer? With my sweet love.
With your sweet love. Okay. Brilliant. Helpful. Okay. Where does Bloodrin meet you?
In our bridal bed.
Okay, yes, okay, lovely. All right, what's Bloodrin's deal with that devilish fellow?
With that devilish fellow. Oop. That doesn't matter.
Oh, that could be an
Got a
adjective.
barky puppy. That doesn't really narrow it down much with that devilish
No.
fellow. So she's going to answer. How would she answer this? Yeah, okay. Mutual respect. And the corpse falls silent as the light dims.
I kick it.
Yeah, you kick the body. Yeah.
Sometimes that's just how it goes when you're speaking with the dead. Not always helpful.
I can't say she was going to be very cooperative in life. It makes sense that she is not very
Try.
cooperative in death. So good try.
Like, it was worth a shot. But hugs and kisses, we could always try. Who knows? Maybe she was telling the truth. It could be a hag trick. Maybe her name was Anissa, and she did have marital status with Eladrin in bed. That is a terrifying thought. No, I hope she's lying.
Man, the only thing she probably told us was the truth was her name. Maybe even then it wasn't even then.
I wouldn't even say that.
No, I would doubt it.
I reckon it's just something moniker she goes by, but her true name should never let that be known.
No.
Yeah.
I think she's just it's a lie.
Yeah.
Let's probably move on from that, unfortunately.
I think maybe we avoid using the slate, or at least sending messages from it.
Just to think, we only just met this person, and they hate us with all their heart.
We did
How do
kill
we have
them.
this effect on people? Well, yes.
You
but
said
they-
person there. This is a fae.
I've just had a thought.
A lot of them are quite devilish in
Yes.
nature. I've encountered it before.
The slate, Grim, when you interacted with it in your stone,
Yes.
I know our knowledge of the giant tech is rather limited, but I wonder if there's a way of seeing any previous entries into the slate, like a history.
Is there a history?
Yes, like we saw that the
Like a
notes
slate
all-
phone.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, Lyra. I'm just merely proposing that with the power of the Heartstone, as that we know is able to store information and interact
You
with
look
giant tech, that it posits to reason that perhaps there's a way of looking back through any other entries where the notes have come and gone off the slate. Do you think that's possible?
I'll look at the back of the stone, and it says Sam Stone on the back, like the font of Samsung.
Fuck.
No, Sam
It does
Stone.
say that.
Yeah.
I slate.
I slate.
I slate.
I can see sort of a couple of options or possibilities. We could see if there's any chance that Figment might know if this is some kind of giant technology.
Figment
And
is-
I
use
actually
sending stones to
prefer
mirror.
the ice stone per se, but whatever.
That says Google Roxel 3 on the back.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh, I
Blackstone.
can,
Wait, no.
I can check with I can check with Figment. He's been a bit quiet since I touched the shrine, and before actually as well.
Well,
Yeah,
it
he
makes
didn't
sense.
really want.
This is a pretty intense place.
It did seem like it may have hurt. He was afraid of that.
I don't know. He seemed a bit like, I don't know, something about the shrine to a nun made him a bit sad and a bit scared, he said.
I mean,
That's
isn't we have a bit of a theory that it might be him. I mean, he could be, mourning the loss of himself.
I mean, we also did posit that this location is somewhat, I think, primordial, and maybe something that is of a place of importance to the giants. Perhaps.
Yeah, Figment said that it still had power, the shrine, which doesn't really make sense, because Anam's dead, right? If what we've been told is true.
Didn't
Can you
sense
kill
that
a
he
god?
No longer
I imagine
he
the
can
same
break
way.
it up into a bunch of little pieces.
Yes.
Well, gods do die, but my knowledge of gods and this, I know you can kill a god, right?
Grim, roll me an Arcana check. Let's go. History or Arcana, your choice.
It's gotta be the big A.
It's the gods, as you call them on Nostea, are closer to primordials
that's
infused
bad
with
roll.
divine belief.
Am I able
15.
to come at this from a wisdom perspective? Like, not necessarily an arcana, magic orientated, but more of a wisdom philosophical aspect? I don't know
Yeah.
how I would roll it.
Just roll as a
Answer
flat
that
wisdom
one
check.
day.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
just
god
as a flat
dies
wisdom.
when people stop believing in them. Like,
Well, that's the
That's what I
thing,
mean.
right? So
That's
the
what I'm
gods, quote unquote, on Nostea that you call gods, that your people call gods, are more primordials infused with divine power through belief. They have their own power as primordials, but most of their power as gods, quote unquote, That's an unnatural 20 from Niles.
Nice.
Most of their power, quote unquote, comes from the belief that people have in them as gods. And they acquired this through, really a kind of warlock-like bargain with early peoples. The gods of the elves became that because they made deals to help shelter and look after the elves in exchange for worship. And as time went on, those primordials were changed and the elves were changed to suit their deity. So the gods on Nostea are a bit different to most other gods in the Pantheon. But Grim, you know that they can be killed. They were. Some of them were during the ruin, on both sides. Gods both prime and betrayer. And not just by other gods. There were mortal weapons that slew these gods. That is one of the reasons why they have retreated from the world and now act through intermediaries. It's partially, some academics posit, self-preservation. Niles with a 20, unnatural. Yeah. Oh yeah, gods can be slain. A lack of belief dispowers them, absolutely. Melora is one of those weird exceptions. The way that followers believe in her and pray to her is very different to other gods. Normally, the devotion and the strength of devotion, along with the sacrifices that mortals make, provides energy to the gods. Sacrifices of time through prayer, sacrifices of material things through offerings, which is where Melora gets a lot of her power from, is offerings that often, like a part of the catch, will be thrown back into the sea, and that's enough to keep her powered without prayer and outright worship. Sacrifices of darker things. It's one of the reasons why a lot of the betrayer gods were so powerful in the lead up to the ruin, is they had started to ask for sacrifices of some of their followers. But that's not, like, if a god is forgotten, it loses its power and goes back to just being a normal primordial, which can be slain by anyone. But the gods of Nostea are weak to a couple of things. Not just a lack of belief. Any of the weapons that they themselves have forged are very effective against each other. They will kill primordials. High-level magic will kill a primordial. And powerful enchanted weapons, even those created by mortals, can injure and in some cases kill primordials, even those empowered with divine energy. The gods are not immortal. They are timeless, but not immortal. None of them. Even the one true creator god of Nostea, Anam, appears to have been not truly immortal. Or maybe Lyra's theory is right, and the best they could do was break and shatter Anam into pieces.
I mean, it could be a bit of a combo too. Like, they can be harmed by their own weapons and whatnot, but if enough people still believe in them, they can't die.
I mean, the giants have a fairly...
They can cling on, yeah. So, like, Palor, for example, would be very hard to kill. A lot of people worship Palor. Melora, too. The number of people who sacrifice to her, things from their catch, things from, like, she would be actually quite difficult to kill. But it's possible.
Her unique connection with her followers would even make her even harder to kill, because it's like not even a lack of belief. Like it's.
Well, that's the thing. She doesn't want worship, and that only drives belief. Yeah. So she. I mean,
it's not a formalized religion in the traditional sense. It's more of a way of life for those.
And
sailors,
Niles, given your wisdom check on this was an unnatural 20, you wonder if maybe that's the whole point. Maybe Melora knows this. It's not because she's uncomfortable being worshipped. Maybe that's part of it. But she's figured out that kind of belief is more powerful. One that's not forced. One that's even pushed back. That leads to a much purer, more real devotion, more real gratitude from her followers. And if you think about it, her followers don't blame her or turn against her when a storm comes and wrecks their village, but they thank her when one does not. By taking dominion over the wilds and the storms, maybe Melora has been very, very crafty and set about for herself a much safer pantheon, one that could weather many other storms.
I
You're
share that.
saying the gods are going to play hard to get. Okay.
So I just share that with the group. That is a rather interesting line of thinking when you mention it, and it's
Because
almost
Cassius
like that
doesn't
way of
worship
living.
Melora, but he believes in her.
Yeah. I mean, Melora making herself as more of a force, like the air, like the water, like the wind. It's almost just a way of being rather than something to be worshipped, idolized. It's rather
Well, the way
clever.
to worship it too is like actually go out there and live and journey and see the world and help people and all that eventually correlates into some form of nature and giving in that sense. It all comes back somehow to that.
That does make me wonder if Melora is the only god that has such a relationship with her followers, or if there are other gods who have similar.
Moradin,
I mean, Anam,
you would know
surely.
Moradin is worshipped through not acts of devotion or acts of prayer, but through service. A lot of the dwarves show their devotion and their worship of Moradin through the creation of beautiful things, through artistry and craft. That's not too dissimilar.
Yes. Well, to answer your question about whether or not a god can be killed, and the reason that shrine is still active, it posits the reason that if enough belief is behind Anam still by the giants and by others who are aware of him and believe in him, then his power may still yet thrive throughout Nostea and beyond, despite the fact that he may be not as he once was. Broken, but not forgotten.
I think it's definitely something we can assume, but until we, I guess, get an answer either way, it's not much we can do with it.
I mean, it does seem that the giants themselves are, sorry, not the giants, the gods themselves are going through quite an interesting, tumultuous time. Bartholomew let us know that before when you had your conversations with Melora. There seems to be some sort of internal conflict, which is in unto itself an interesting situation.
Speaking of this internal conflict, do we think this has something to do with the giants and their quarterly wheelie shenanigans, or are we talking about, is it two completely different, unrelated conflicts?
Hard to know. Don't really have any evidence to suggest otherwise. I mean, the portals being open is definitely troublesome, but I don't know. It appeared to me that such things were unrelated, that there may be some other issue at play that we are not aware of. We haven't had much time to really delve into the nature of the giant, the gods.
I was thinking that the timing is odd. I mean, why now?
Well, there's a lot of things in play. We've got the war in Avernus and conflict there between the devils and the demons. We've got the interplanar travel opening and the giants returning to Nostea. We've got our Hadar friend consuming planets on the regular. I mean, a lot of things to be worried about if I was a primordial.
When it rains, it pours, huh?
Don't even take into account all the Tiamat shit that happened before that.
Yeah, that's true. That was a bit of a pickle.
So a bit has been going on in this plane.
The irony, of course, being that Tiamat's grab for Nostea is what's now led to the civil war in Avernus. That if she hadn't overstretched and overreached and failed, she wouldn't be now facing an uprising led by a fallen angel.
Yes. Well, in any case, should we go to this corridor and see where this goes, or do we have any more things that we needed to discuss? We feeling good? Feeling confident?
I feel refreshed after going for a swim and kicking that hag. I could go for a wander.
Yes, I'm feeling rather fresh myself.
Bart would like to, as the conversation's been happening, so that he can have been doing it for about like 10, 20 minutes, however long we've been sort of spending here. Considering she lied to us, Bart would like to just meander around and look around. I'm not the best investigating, but just look for if we can find other tablets, bits of parchment, stuff that she, like the questions we asked, if I can find the answers manually.
Yeah, do you want to make a perception, investigation, or survival check for me?
I would also
Can I help? Bart?
you go.
I will allow it, even though you were participating quite actively in the conversation with the corpse and with the ongoing discussion afterwards, but I'm happy for you to give Bart assistance on that.
I was just going to... I think we were also going to try and get Figment to see if there was any history he could glean from the slate as well.
Harry will report that Figment is not communicating with him right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's gone silent again. I'll keep trying to talk to him and I'll let you know when he's back.
No, that's okay.
I don't know much about Figment himself, but obviously the star map and obviously the giant tech in here. I don't know much about him, but there might be something that he's resonating with here, hiding from. We haven't really talked about it, but we found this star map as well, a navigational tool that the giants, I think, used. I don't know much about it. Have a look at this sketch.
It's a statue of one. A statue of one.
Well, a statue of one. I'm not too sure how it works. I just know of it, but I myself don't really know how to use it properly.
Have you seen one of these before, Cassius?
I've only really read about them or looked at it in books before. I've never really seen such a thing like that before.
Would I know if the astrolabe would work well for it or anything?
The astrolabe that you've got is like a modern version of a navigation device. What Cassius is describing is something far older. In your mind, Grim, there's no question your astrolabe's going to be way better. It's more modern.
I mean, FYI, Owen, I'll tell him the whole thing that how you described it. I don't have that knowledge.
Yeah, Grim, you've got modern artificing has created this. Hundreds of years of research and effort has gone into the creation of this astrolabe. It's got to be better. It's got to be better.
Minds.
Do you have the star map with you, or is it over at the shrine?
Lyra saying it's a statue of one.
Oh, statue of one.
Yeah.
Was it giant in its design, or was it more of
an arm? As in, the statue was of an arm, and it, was holding a globe of the stairs. This weird thing that I personally thought was a shoehorn, but navigation device.
Do you know what the star map depicted? To have anything it was pointing towards or whatnot?
No, I double checked. It just looked like it was made of stone.
So we're thinking more of a decorative piece or some sort of
some sort of worship. Some sort of magic, though, because the hag wasn't able to destroy it. Same as also there was this tapestry that she also wasn't able to destroy. This area does seem to have some kind of power to it. So did the statue, actually. Harry did fall backwards after touching it.
Yeah, I touched it and then the ground shook and I got like a bit of a jolt.
Yeah.
Does that correlate at all with the opening of this here corridor?
Yeah.
Oh, probably, yeah. I did feel like a blast of power through it.
All the more reason for us to perhaps investigate this corridor then. It's connected to that statue.
Someone big and beefy first, please. I'll stand behind.
I don't mind leading the way. No stress.
Have you also got puppy mischief, Matt?
Yeah, Puppy just starts sneezing a bunch.
The indignant sneeze is my favorite when dogs are like, pay attention to me. Or like, I'm unhappy.
She was fast asleep. And immediately was just like...
A real sneeze. Perfect. As you enter down into the tunnel, it is not dark. It's not claustrophobic. This was designed for use by a giant. It is spacious. The tunnel has clearly been... Oh, sorry, Christian. But 8 and 20. We'll take the 20, giving you hand help on this one. As you have a bit of a peek around while the others are kind of discussing this, there are signs that someone has been here tending to this area and looking after it for a long time. Evidence that someone has been cultivating the plants around the rim of the basin, keeping the runes clear, but that they haven't been here for a little bit, that something has happened, and the careful tending that has gone into this place for a very long time ceased, probably about maybe half a week ago, maybe a week ago, judging by the growth of new plants and judging by the way the snow has piled up around the edges of the crater rim, the rim of the moon pool. There are some scattered things about. It looks like there were once many decorations hanging from trees strewn about over the plants here, woven decorations that have been torn down, ripped up, and destroyed. There are still fragments of them scattered around. Some of them look to have once been covered in runes. They have been torn apart. The hag did everything she could to wreck this place, to befoul it, to ruin it. Even going so far as to freeze over the surface of the pond, which would have taken significant magic to maintain. But she did this to fuck with this place. Everything she did was in hatred of this place and what it represented. And even then, she wasn't able to destroy everything. The tapestry hanging over the entrance, the alcove, the shrine, the little shrine to Anam. This place is protected, and you can feel it. As a paladin, you can feel this place is not holy ground, not truly sanctified, but there is something about this, an energy in the land itself. And as you look around, focusing on various things, no other tablets have been discarded here. Just some effects, signs of what were probably once personal effects of the Volca that the hag has done her best to ruin, wreck, and defoul. But you do find evidence of footprints, booted footprints leading to and from the alcove to this moon pool, even on the floor of the set into the stone leading down into the staircase below, that do not match those of the hag, probably from a few days ago. So the Volca was here at least within the last week.
Okay.
And she was the one who took this tunnel. You don't think the hag knew about it. There's no signs of any disturbance inside the tunnel that would indicate the hag had been there. The crystals aren't smashed. Like, judging by her behavior and what you've seen, she would have done everything she could to fuck with this place if she had found it. She didn't find it. You don't think?
Okay. No, but I'll note that for later.
Perfect. Oh, over this period of time, by the way, as none of you interact with the tablet to tell it to send the message, the message resets, the slate wipes, and it goes back to displaying the last message that it had shown before that, which is the message in Sylvan. The correct answer was to do nothing and just leave it. Well done, guys.
Yay!
As you take the staircase leading down the stone steps into the corridor below, it leads into a what would be a small room for a giant, but for you is a spacious antechamber. Inside there are other signs of the Volca's presence here. Dried herbs hanging up from racks upon the wall. There are more of these, they look like scrolls almost, of animal hide probably, that have been painted with symbols in the giant language, all rolled up along the wall. Not spell scrolls, but probably containing knowledge passed down through the Volca, the magic of the giants, the magic of these wise women. And right in front of you is a corridor leading through the heart of the mountain directly towards the giant settlement. It looks like this is a tunnel used by the Volca to connect between the settlement and this sacred place. Yes, Lyra.
Can I use comprehend languages and just quickly jot down all of them? Like, I'm not sure how many of those...
you're going to be here for hours if you're jotting down. There are
there's like a bunch
50,
of them.
60, 70 of them all lined up.
And I was thinking it was like 5 hanging ones, and I'm like, yeah.
The first one you pull down and cast it on lists all of the herbs that are found on this part of the island and their various uses. It's like, this looks like the cumulative knowledge of the medicine women, the wise women, the Volca of the Frost Giants.
Would have been cool, but not enough time. Maybe I'll come back.
We can come back.
Actually, Lyra, can you roll me D100 as you interact with these animal hide scrolls and you read the knowledge meant only for the Volca? You were close to the shrine when it activated. Can I have a D100?
52?
52. Lyra, as you stare at the letters on the hide, as they begin to rearrange into common, you feel something else. A presence, a pressure on your temples that becomes increasingly uncomfortable as you try and read what's on this scroll, eventually causing you to put it away and close your eyes for a moment. As soon as you stop looking at it, the pressure begins to relent. That feeling of being watched, of disapproval, of being not worthy begins to fade away until the headache is but a distant memory.
We're not worthy.
You are not ordained by the Volker. You are not one of them. You cannot read what is on their scrolls.
Hey, come on. Just talking to no one in particular, just sort of, the ceiling of the cave, just, it's worth a try, come on.
As you begin to make your way down the tunnel, walking through, it is well lit. Footprints that are left in the thin layer of dust along the floor indicate one person coming and going, only one shoe print coming and going along this passageway many, many times. The crystals embedded into the wall provide a soft blue glow, and for the next 35 minutes, 40 minutes, you walk this corridor. Your footsteps, a lot less echoey than you would have thought. The stone underfoot actually quite soft, not hard, not banging against the footsteps of you, even those of you who are in armor. It's quite soft. The echo much dimmer than you would have thought, until eventually you arrive at a dead end. Above you, set into the roof, you can see what looks like the outline of a massive rectangular stone slab, metal handholds built into the wall, and in the very center of the stone slab above, a single giant rune. Lyra, I'm going to be really nice and say your comprehend languages is still up as you gaze at it, because it is for an hour, and I did say you only walked for 35, 40 minutes or so. It is the giant room for rise, to rise up.
Hey, Cass, do you know how to pronounce this rune, the giant word for rise, by any chance?
It'd be so funny if it just activated when you say that.
Unfortunately, I do not. I don't know giant.
I speak giant. Tortured slaves, stone giants.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Bert, do you remember how to say this word?
Bart will try to repeat it.
Stiga. And you watch as the slab shifts and then begins to rise up, light pouring through the gap. As you climb the metal ladder one by one, you find yourselves in a small wooden room. The walls ordained with more pictures, more tapestries, a large bed, a giant's bed, seated against the far wall. Some personal effects laid out, a desk, a chair, a bookshelf. Yeah, Niles.
This corridor was heading towards the city
village.
or the mountain?
Yeah, the through the mountain to the village on the other side, to the stone giant settlement on the other side.
Do we get the impression that we're like through the mountain and in the settlement proper now, or is this like outside of the city, of the settlement?
It's hard to say. It feels like you shouldn't have, but something about that corridor felt off. The way the sounds didn't quite echo.
Yeah.
The speed at which you feel like you're moving through it, something feels odd about it. And as you emerge on the other side, yeah, hard to say.
I would probably just I kind of shoot a glance to everyone. And I don't know exactly where we are, but if we are in the village, then I'm not sure if we're ready for this. I mean, we know the Volker's been taken. We know the warrior is doing something. He may have been captured already, but we don't really have a plan. If the warrior, if our friend has been captured, then he hasn't had the opportunity to mark those who may be allies. We're kind of walking into this unprepared. I don't feel confident that we're ready for this yet.
I agree. Is there a window in this wall? Could we take a really, really sneaky sort of window and just sort of see
shoulders.
What we're looking at?
There is, behind one of the animal hides etched with designs, you can see there is a window. This is designed to block out cold and light from the window. And as you approach and twitch the hide aside to look, you can see rising behind you from the direction you came, the mountain. Tall, disappearing far above where your necks can crane to look up. You have passed through the mountain into the giant village, 100%, but much faster than you should have. That tunnel should have taken hours to walk through. Some strange magic is going on here. And as you twitch aside the hide, you can hear the sounds of movement from outside. The sound of timber creaking, giants calling out to each other in voices, the baying of hounds, the growling of some larger creature.
I'm not ready for this.
You are in the heart of Lissheim. That is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. Welcome to Lissheim, my friends. Lyra, I was like, oh, you would have seen the runes for like the travel runes that were allowing you to move quicker. And then I remembered that you have comprehend languages, but not detect magic. So the runes are not visible to the naked eye. But yeah, I think you guys have figured it out that there's runes that allow for much faster travel through that tunnel than should be possible. Awesome. Well done, guys. That was very well discovered. If Harry hadn't been dicking about with that shrine, you would not have discovered the secret tunnel and you would have been going the long way around. So very nicely done. That has worked out quite nicely in your favor. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will get a raid across for those of you who are watching live on Twitch. For those of you joining us on YouTube or listening to the podcast, thank you so much. Remember to go and smash that like button, subscribe button, and leave a comment below. All of those things really, really help us out and help fight the YouTube algorithm, which is a piece of shit. So we're going to get a raid across. Let's go and raid the Baker Cam. They are doing a Pathfinder series that has some pretty phenomenal looking art down the bottom, including what looks like a cross between Willem Dafoe and William Shatner wearing armor. It's an incredible likeness. I can't go any more descriptive than that. So let's get that raid across. Looks like they're doing a hex crawl at the moment, which seems like lots of fun. I will get that raid going. Everyone, thank you so much. We will see you all in the next episode. Subnautica episodes coming out on Thursdays and Saturdays. No, sorry, not anymore. This Thursday and Saturday, then that's it. I'll find something else for us fun to play in the meantime until Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced comes out. But until then, everybody, that's all we have time for. We will see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and farewell for now. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
See you, friends.